What's the new Meg news?
So recently, Megan and Stallion, as you guys know, like especially with their pending case with Tory Lanez and her getting shot or allegedly getting shot by Tory, a lot of things have happened. And then also DJ Academic speaking out about it. Recently, people have noticed that Drake is not following Megan Thee Stallion. And also, Rihanna isn't following Megan Thee Stallion. So, I don't know what this means, but I feel like people are just like fishing a little bit. And at the same time, I think it's like you spoke about it like a couple weeks ago that you spoke about it a couple weeks ago about like her. I think people are really starting to open the eyes like towards Meg herself. And if this case does not go in her favor, I think that career is not looking too nice. You know.
Yeah. Is that your way of saying you hate black women, my friend?
I got a guest spot at the Fresh and Fit podcast next week, so. Yes.
You're their third anchor. Yeah, I feel like you feel like people are kind of reaching. Why do you feel that way?
I feel like that's something so like. Why does that even matter?
But it does matter in the social media age. When you unfollow somebody, okay, you can block them. You know, it's like I don't want to see your shit or hide it, whatever. But when you unfollow them, it's like I don't fuck with you. I don't ever want to see your shit again. Cause like, let's say I see you again, right? And you're like, oh, follow me on IG. It's like, oh, but you followed me before. It's like, it's kind of a weird conversation where it's like, oh, but I've already unfollowed you. You know, like I had a homie, like we grew up playing football and shit. Like I've seen him. He knows my name. I know his name. He unfollowed me. And I was like, damn, like what'd I do? I was like, shit.
That's
like,
cold.
Like, all
he
right.
was trimming the following.
Yeah, like, okay. I was the one you just cut out. Like, all right.
See,
for sure.
at first when I heard the story, I'm like, dang, they know something we don't. They both because first of all, Drake and Rihanna don't follow each other. Remember, Drake unfollowed her
after the
he
A$AP
got
Rocky
salty.
shit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how are they both unfollowing her at the same time? And especially with this timing, like it's just first of all, it's a random time because it's not like any new news just came out. But maybe they're finding out something that other people don't know. Then I started doing the research, and no one actually has a timeline of when they unfollowed her. So no one actually knows. Like all they know is that both of them were following her at one point, and neither of them are following her now. They don't actually have a date. And then other people were also trying to say that she dropped her from Fenty. But
or her contract, I guess, expired.
That's the actual truth, is that the contract just expired. So that's why it kind of does seem like, I agree with you like about the fishing. No, exactly, because I guess the Fenty shit already had stopped, like, or she didn't re-up her on her contract or whatever. And she could have just unfollowed her after the contract was up or something. Like, I guess that could make sense, because if you're Rihanna, bro, like, you're a fucking mogul. I mean, you're a billionaire. You're not really worried about Meg Thee Stallion. And
do you guys think they're actually unfollowing? Do you actually,
or like somebody else is like running the page?
Yeah, I feel like people are running the page and shit happens. You know, like.
Nah, I don't know, because like you wouldn't just randomly unfollow another rapper though, because that is something like, because people will get into rap beat or like they'll feel like there's tension when they see someone unfollow. Fuck it, it's a main. When they feel like someone unfollowed them, so like there's no way like whoever manages your social is just like, let me unfollow A$AP Rocky today. Like we don't need him. We're a little too high. But apparently, from what Academics has heard, someone in the industry has told him that there's things that Drake stays away from Meg as it is for other things that had happened prior. So for all we know, he could have unfollowed her a while ago, and we're just you know, the media that whoever was just searching like, who follow? Do they follow her still?
It be following like a lot of people.
It can easily become a big story, but not necessarily is one, because we don't know the timing. But I would say Drake doesn't seem like Drake fuck with her from what Academics said, and the fact that he did unfollow her. And then Rihanna probably not either. Bro, honestly, I feel like people that are established in music that have really grinded it out and worked for these awards and stuff, I feel like I can't picture any of them really like respecting Meg or fucking with Meg, especially seeing what she's done now. Like earlier on, I could get obviously Beyonce was on board, and then again Rock Nation, so that's obviously a look. But even then, I don't think now, after seeing her trajectory and like what she's done, how her projects have done, and just seeing kind of what she has to offer, I don't think that many people that have been doing, like, J. Cole is not getting on a Meg Thee Stallion song. Kendrick is not like, nah, fuck with bro, blah, 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 nah.
Yeah, I mean, she really fucked up. Like she had everybody on her side, had the push, had the platform, but like the antics, like we were talking about, the antics really fucked it up. Like if she was continue make music and make good music, right? Like not the gimmicky shit, not the pop shit, right? They would still fuck with her, regardless if it was like throughout the whole Tory Meg case, because it's like you're still putting out great shit. Like Tory just put out great music still, so it's like okay, it's kind of easier to fuck with him. Like, and he also kind of like diversified his fan base too, like going on the Aiden Ross shit and doing the freestyle. Like he was still working behind the scenes, just like, hey, I'm not gonna say shit about it. I made an album about it, but I ain't gonna say shit.
And he's away from the label, so it's like now he's independent.
Do you think that the unfollows had anything to do with the case at all?
Depending on the timeline. I mean, because like you said, the timeline does kind of matter. Like if I already didn't fuck with you and now I see you posting antics, I'm okay, unfollow you, right?
But even like without knowing the timeline, like if you just had to guess, would you assume that it has anything to do with that?
Just getting.
No, I'm not gonna make that assumption.
I think it has absolutely 0%. Like Drake is not fucking. Rihanna and Drake are not spending their days trying to figure out like, yo, so what happened in that case? Like, do you know
when it happens?
Who got the inside scoop? He calling Tory's people like, come on, man, I gotta know before I can't be following her if I don't know all the details, man.
They're too busy, bro.
They don't give a fuck about that. It had to be something else, like, cause no new news has come out, and it's not like they're trying to scope around behind the. Rihanna just got a baby on the way, bro. Like she's sitting there like, so Meg, anyone got the 411 on Meg? Like, who got the details? Did this shit happen or not? Because I'm an unfollower if it happened or if it didn't happen. Like, I really feel like it's just a story, and the media it's such a media war between her and Tory. So the media is gonna jump on each side. If it's Tory's day to get shitted on, it's his day. Meg's day to get shitted on is her day. And now it's like, oh, these two huge megastars unfollowed her. Wow, I think it might be the culture's turning on her, but it's like I don't think they're involved.
You know who Drake did follow recently? Patty the Baddie
Did
Pimley.
Yeah, Patty the Baddie.
Most recent follow.
Patty's the homie. Yep. I know Patty personally.
Legend.
Patty just won at the UFC London event last night.
Munching on that pizza.
Goat. Number 2. Man. That's the second win in the UFC. But yeah, what were we just talking about? Oh yeah.
Meg.
Yeah, Meg.
Bro, I mean, she did have a song just come out with Dua Lipa that's gotten some fucking traction. But just in the music video,
she's still a star. Yeah.
But it's like they always talk about the satanic shit, but it's like there's so many.
Oh, that's right. She put out like a satanic ass.
They were literally in hell, and Dua Lipa's like dancing on the serpent's bed and shit. Like that was like one of the big scenes that they were talking about. And then when they do the scene of them backing out, it's just shit burning. There's like it's dark as hell. But it's like you see Lil Nas X, you see Travis Scott, you see all these different people. It's always been part of the music industry.
Yeah, and people talk about like all the symbolism and stuff, but you're right. Even from like rock and roll days and shit like that, like it's hip hop. It's more new because back you weren't seeing no niggas in like the 80s, 90s, Pac era having
it was more hidden,
more subtle. Yeah, maybe
it was way more subtle.
I could see shit like that, but I feel like nowadays when it's that blatant and in your face, like we could shoot a video like that. Like we can go and shoot. Like we could decide.
What are we doing?
Yo, well, we could be like, yo, this is gonna go crazy. People are gonna be outraged. They're gonna be tight. They're gonna be tapping in. Some people are gonna like it. Some people are gonna hate it. Then we go and shoot it. The consumer is gonna watch it, and some people are like, "What is all this demon shit? Oh my god!" And bro, you're feeding into it. Like this is not an accident. They didn't think like no one's gonna notice that it looks like we're in hell. Now, if you have an issue with the symbolism, you just don't think it's cool. That's like I could see that opinion, but as far as like when people get outraged, it's like it's not like they didn't know what they were doing. Like they made the video and made that shit look like hell. And if it makes you pay attention to it, then they won. So you can either pay attention or not.
If you're talking about it in the media.
I mean, the music industry. Okay, little side note, a little history.
Tell us.
Yeah, all right. So okay, you got Satan, and then you got like Lucifer, and then you got like the devil, right?